searching things on the internet for information and curiosity enough to get your dog shot. You heard it here first, folks. So, the ATF appears to be harassing one of my YouTube followers over gun broker searches. Didn't buy anything, didn't break any laws, just searched a few things, and now the ATF apparently showed up at his house and left a letter. If you guys want to support the channel, any of the links down in the description. Gorilla Mind, pre-workout supplements. If you want to support me, that's probably the biggest way. Order stuff through there, or just send this video to a friend if you want to do something for free. This is all, allegedly, because I wasn't there, so we got to kind of put that out there. But the information that has been provided does seem to be very legit. I'm going to post some screenshots, but I'm going to have to, blur out or just completely remove the contact information and this guy's name and address, because obviously most people wouldn't want that shared around. So I want to give you a little bit of backstory about what this is about. The forced reset triggers from Rare Breed. We're talking about these again. Now, very interestingly enough, due to some court case happenings and some action moving around, the current issue that some people are facing is that the ATF is going door to door, or to many people's doors, of people who purchased Rare Breed triggers from a gun broker seller by the name of Rifle Remedy 200. Now, Rare Breed seems pretty insistent on the fact that they have a digital cleanliness policy that involves scrubbing of all contact information for people who purchased one of their triggers, which I think is a big reason of like the whole warranty issue, but I'm not sure entirely. But we've seen the ATF contacting the people who purchased from Rifle Remedy 200 on Gunbroker, a guy who was just selling a ton of these things on Gunbroker. And if you don't know what a forced reset trigger is, basically it's a trigger that when you pull the trigger, the cycling of the bolt carrier group in an AR-15 forces the trigger to completely reset, at which point your continued pressure causes the action of the trigger to act again, pulling the trigger again, dropping the hammer, and the cycle continues. ATF didn't like that. ATF did not like that one bit because they hate you. That's just really all there is to it. Now, this is what the message says. I'm going to kind of summarize some of the stuff that I got from this guy because I don't want to give his information. Now, he said, I was visited by the ATF today. They're claiming I purchased an FRT from Rifle Remedy 200 on Gunbroker. Here's the thing. I've never purchased anything from Gunbroker ever. Not a single thing. I've searched for things, including the FRT, but never once have I bought anything. I even checked my account to see if I was hacked. It's not. There's no record of any sales and purchases in my account history. So now the ATF is accusing me of something I've never done. What this really means is they're actively monitoring what you search online. I don't post about guns I own on social media. I'm not on any gun forums. The only way they'd think I might have something like this is if I did search it on Gunbroker. It's scary being accused of something that you haven't done by an entity with unlimited resources. He said some expletives that I will not continue to repeat on YouTube, but I think you might have an idea of what he might have said. Let me know if you know down below. And so he did end up sending me his Gunbroker login and information. It seems like this is an old account, and it has no orders whatsoever. So again, it seems to be legit based on the information provided in the screenshots, which I will have had on screen this whole time so you can read it for yourself. Basically what the ATF is saying is that these are machine guns, and since you did not do any of the proper transferring and did not have any of the proper paperwork and licenses, that you are either going to get in trouble with a 10-year jail sentence, or the other things can happen when the ATF doesn't like what you're doing. So really, I think this is pretty interesting to see that someone who never purchased one of these items, but did search for it, maybe this was a total accident. Maybe him searching for it had nothing to do with it. I checked this guy's social media accounts out, and he's right. He doesn't follow me on any of the social media that I saw from him. He doesn't post about guns. This guy seems very squeaky clean, and yet the ATF showed up at his house. The only reason that he could justify or rationalize that is because he did do a Gunbroker search for it. Searching things on the internet for information and curiosity enough to get your dog shot. You heard it here first, folks. Now, what should you do with this information? Don't talk to the ATF, accept whatever papers and listen to whatever they're going to say, document it if possible, talk to a lawyer. If you ever get contacted by any government agency or any law enforcement officer, don't talk to them. I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. This is just what I would do. I would not say shit because anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Not for you. You're not going to plead your case to them and then them just decide to go away. They're going to leave. Basically, what it seems like is that the ATF is giving people, out of the kindness of their own heart, the ATF is allowing people to turn in for destruction these triggers. But honestly, I would not feel comfortable doing anything without talking to a lawyer if the ATF contacted me. It's very interesting to see that the DOJ in California is not going after people for these because this is a pretty high profile issue when it comes to guns. The DOJ or California has some rules when it comes to multi-burst trigger activators, and it seems like most people are of the opinion that the FRT and the wide open triggers from Big Daddy Unlimited would be considered multi-burst trigger activators, similar in the ways that bump stocks and binary triggers are considered multi-burst trigger activators. But the DOJ isn't doing anything. I'll keep you posted if anything more happens with this guy, if I hear more things about that. If anything like this has happened to you, let me know down in the description below, because this is a somewhat important thing to be aware of, because if you've searched for something but never bought it, you could be in the same position as this guy, because they are straight up telling him in this letter, you got to come down here, you got to contact us, and we got to see you destroy this thing, or this thing has to be submitted. Like, they are asking for action steps moving forward from this guy. And if he never purchased one, how can he turn one in? How can he do anything that would satisfy the ATF? Because it's unclear whether you just say, oh no, it wasn't me that ordered that, I didn't order that. It's unclear whether that would be enough to get you off the hook. If you did order one and you live in the state of California, be aware that things could happen to you, and plan accordingly for those things. What that means to you is whatever it means to you, but it wouldn't be a terrible idea to contact a lawyer and ask them for advice, because not a lawyer, not legal advice. If you guys want to support the channel, any of the links down in the description. Gorilla Mind pre-workout supplements. If you want to support me, that's probably the biggest way. Order stuff through there, or just send this video to a friend if you want to do something for free. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You guys know the drill. Have fun, be safe, stay dangerous. Peace.